bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Well, does it seem like your car is in the shop more than it's on the road? Well, according to my next guest, it could be a lemon. Hello again. Thank you for spending some time with us. You're watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Carla Showell-Lee. Joining me this hour is Craig Kimmel. He's an attorney and lemon law advocate. And today we're going to talk about lemon law, know your rights. Thanks for joining us today, Craig. Nice to see you.
Thank you, Carla.
Lemon law, know your rights. Do we have rights?
Well, we certainly do. We have a lot of rights, both under state and federal law.
Okay, so we need to define then what is a lemon.
Basically, under most states' laws, a lemon is a vehicle that under warranty has had a problem in the first 12 months or 12,000 miles, in some cases longer, and is not repaired within a reasonable period of time. If those problems are substantial in nature, the manufacturer, through the dealership network, has an opportunity to fix them, and after that has failed, the manufacturer has to buy back the car or provide a new vehicle at the consumer's option.
Okay, so maybe you can tell me, why is there a need for a lemon law?
Well, there's a need because not all cars are perfect, just like all TVs aren't perfect and all consumer products aren't perfect. If there's no requirement by the manufacturer to do what the warranty says in making repairs, then the manufacturer may fall down on the job and not give the consumer what they paid for. So the law says after a certain number of times for repair, the consumer really is entitled to getting what they paid for. That may be a refund, that may be a new car. And actually, if the consumer files such a claim and the manufacturer hasn't resolved it fairly, the consumer can get their attorney's fees and costs. So it's a free process.
Okay, so I can use the words significantly compensated then?
Well, significantly compensated even for smaller problems. Even if your car is not a lemon, there may be some failure to repair your car in a reasonable period of time. For example, if there's a part on order for an unreasonable period of time and you've had to wait weeks or months for that part, your car either is not drivable or has been impaired during that period of time, you are entitled to a refund or a lesser amount of money depending upon the concern.
I bet you a lot of people out there don't even know that they have a lemon.
That's true. You know, we've been in the business now since 1989 and we've been doing this for so long, but I'm always amazed as we travel around the number of people who are unaware of what they're entitled to, or they say they've gone to the dealership and the dealership has told them they don't have a claim, so they never pursued it.
Right. And so we should be looking at our invoices.
Yeah.
Should we not?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Track your invoices, make sure that you complain of the problem each time, that you keep a record of repairs, and you don't keep your invoices in the car because that's likely where they're going to disappear in the event you have a case.
Ah, so what are some of the myths about lemon law?
The myths are that if you have a problem, all the repairs must occur within the first year. That's not true. The myths are if the manufacturer eventually fixes it, you have no rights. That's not true. And obviously, this one is a most popular concern these days. If the manufacturer says that your car is operating normally or to the manufacturer's specifications, you can't pursue a claim, and that's absolutely not true.
Okay, so what if you fall outside the provisions of the lemon law?
If you have a problem and you fall under the warranty, in other words, the lemon law for the first year or two, depending upon the state, but your problem arises in year 3, maybe year 4, but you're still under warranty, the manufacturer has an obligation under federal law and other states' laws that entitle you for a dollar-for-dollar compensation based upon the type of impairment you're having. So if it's a paint defect, let's say, and the cost of a repaint is $3,000, your damages would be $3,000 under that lesser claim.
Okay, so you're an attorney. People have come to you. What is a case that you can give an example of where a person might have been on the borderline of whether or not it was actually they could fight for this?
Well, this one is really an extreme case. I had a client who was a realtor, and she had a GPS problem with her car. She selected that vehicle because it had GPS, and she paid extra for it. And because she couldn't use the GPS reliably, it was problematic. She said, my car's useless to me. I have to rent a car. And we did get her money back for that vehicle. In those circumstances, that was a substantial impairment. Now, for me, if I travel back and forth to work and I don't use a GPS, but mine happens to not function very well, it may not be a claim for me. It depends on the subjective use of the car for that person.
Okay, so give us some tips that we can look at that would really protect us as individuals.
Sure. First thing you want to do is whenever you have a problem, don't hesitate to call the dealership and get an appointment for your repair. Make the dealership know either in writing, your words, or by making sure that the service writer is writing down your complaint accurately, what specific concern you're having, because if you don't have your specific concern written down, it's not going to get fixed.
So speak up and speak out.
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks so much for joining us, Craig. Nice to see you.
My pleasure.